just want to take a minute to discuss doweling. Doweling is probably the easiest way to join wood. There's many different ways to join wood. And if you're starting out as a beginner, using a dowel, which is in essence just a little round circle of wood, to join two pieces of wood together can really make some interesting things. This little side coffee table is made with dowels. Just put into the sides and join across the middle. And it's pretty sturdy, and the reason why you have to do it is if you put two pieces of wood together and you don't have that intersecting dowel, it literally can just be pulled apart. They come apart really easily under stress. So especially if somebody's tilting, it's called leverage. So the way I like to dowel, and there's many different ways to do doweling, is you can get jigs, and it's probably a good idea to make yourself a jig, but you get these little studs like drawing pins, and the way this works, which I'm going to show you later, is you drill your initial holes, you stick these in, and then you line them up and you squash them together, and it leaves a tiny little stud mark where you drill the other side of the hole. And important to note, you're going to need a flat surface to do this, but the results, like I said, are fairly effective. It's strong, and although if I was making something bigger I'd use a different joint, but for beginners, doweling is the way to go. And with these little dowel jigs, you go get a drill bit, so 8mm, which matches the size of the dowel, and you get a little collar. The collar is to help you drill the right depth, which I'd usually set to just over halfway. And there's a little trick which I'm going to show you to line it up. When you first start out, it's quite difficult to do, but let's just put one together. Right. So we're gonna join this piece of wood as if we were making a table leg to this area here. Roughly sits like that. So we're joining here. I know that this wood is 22mm, so I'll take roughly half. And I run it down. Alright, half. And it doesn't really matter where you put it, as long as it's thick enough for the dowel to breach it. So the next step would be take your drill and just get the drill here. Now you've got a little hole which is 8mm, and you've got a dowel which is 8mm, and here's the trick. If you leave this like this, it fits fairly flush, and when you join the two pieces of wood together, you're not going to have much play. So if you are marginally out, you can't correct it. It's going to fight with you. So the trick which I've learned, and which no one seems to tell you, is when you drill the holes, just to ream them a bit and sort of tilt the drill around, give yourself a little bit of extra space. So you end up with a hole which is slightly bigger, and if you can see that it's wobbling around a bit. You're going to fill this hole with glue, and when you join it together and you clamp it, it now gives you the opportunity to use the right angle and true up whether it's going to be exactly square, because you want this piece of wood to be nice and square, not to be tilted to one way or the other. So there's the one hole. Let's draw another hole. Alright, so there's our two holes. Our two dowels like that. We're going to use our press studs now. So we take out our dowels. And like I said, I've reamed them a bit. Sometimes if you don't ream them, it's going to be very difficult to get the dowel out. So once they're in there, they truly are in there. Okay, so we've got the two press studs inside. And I'm just going to move so you can see. And pardon the noise in the background. Saturday morning, the kids are having a time. Alright, I'm going to press the two together on this nice flat surface. Press the two together using my studs. Now I've got two little holes matching where they are. A good thing to do would be to put B and I put B. And the two B's match up so that I know later not to try and twist them around, especially if you've got a lot of pieces of wood. So we have that now. take out our press studs. The second step now would be to draw this piece of wood, and the right way would be to put it in a vise. But for time, we're just going to drill it right here. One. Two. Alright, so we've got our two holes. We're going to match B and B. Put your dowel in. Put your dowel in. Match it up. And like I was telling you, there's a little bit of play. And I like that little bit of play so that later on I can match. I can move the wood around to make sure that's right angles. And it can be quite tricky, especially when you're dealing with 4 legs and the legs need to sort of match and square up. There you go, easy as that.